Hi everyone, welcome to ELI, the place where you get your daily dose of inspiration for entrepreneurship. And today we have with us Miss Sylvia, who is the founder of DAP Group of Companies, which helps pharmaceutical companies in marketing and communication. Hi Sylvia, welcome to ELI.
Hi, Priya. Thank you so much for having me.
I would request you to introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, so myself, Sylvia Hii. So I'm a Malaysian, but I have spent the last 17 years in India, and I think I like India very much, and especially the culture, the warmth of the people, and there's a lot of opportunity for you know businesses and light thinking group of people. So I think because of that, I spent my last 17 years in India, especially.
Okay. Uh,
So,
Tell us a little bit about the AP group of companies. What is it into, and what sort of products and services that we offer?
yeah, thanks, Priya. So basically, for the company that we have set it up 10 years ago, it is DAP Innovative Solution Private Limited, and with that, we basically have a group of companies together.
Okay.
So we have a office in India, we have office in Malaysia, we have offices in Shanghai.
Okay.
Um, so all of these three companies we have expanded, within the last 10 years. So what we mainly do is we help pharmaceutical companies or any companies within the healthcare domain.
Hmm.
We help them to create or to conceptualize their marketing campaigns or their medical communications materials to promote their brands to healthcare professionals.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about the size of operations, how many employees, and what sort of clients do we have, and some examples on what are the areas we have been helping them. Few few examples that can help us understand your yeah.
Our business. So basically, Pia, we are right now having about 50 people working, starting from project managers, medical writers, copy editors, creative,
Hmm.
animations, programmers, and all the server back end stuff and all that. We have everybody in house working, because we provide end to end solutions to our clients. We want everything under one roof because that is why we are very good in terms of turning around the products or the projects very fast. Because
Okay.
if you are engaging or working on different agencies and all that, then the timelines and the quality and the understanding will have gaps. So that's why we basically have a group of people working together, and we normally takes care of the projects right from the beginning, conceptualization to creating it, developing it, to execution, to deployment if it requires. So we handle end to end.
Just
um
curious. Just
yeah.
curious, how does marketing work in pharmaceutical? I understand there are some regulations in the industry, and we cannot go about marketing the same way we do in other industries. So, how does it differ in pharmaceutical?
Yeah, yes, Priya, I think you have said it really right. So for us, it's very tough to propose or to suggest any kind of, you just can't do every single thing like the normal marketing, that
Mm.
we do for non-pharma. So when it comes to pharmaceutical, there's a lot of regulatory around it, and that's where we have to work very closely with the medical team from the pharmaceutical companies, and we have to basically understand the brand, understand all the guidelines and all that, and we normally will ask the clients whether they are looking for any branded or non-branded materials, and if it is non-branded, then it's easier. If it is branded, then we definitely have to understand the product first, and then we have to understand from their medical side what are the guidelines, and then we work around it. So there's a multiple layers of approvals. So there's approval from the marketing side, there's approval from the medical side, there's approval from legal, and then the final output will come. So this it takes a lot of time, but once you are in it, you understand that the basic stuff. So it will be easier for us to get all the approvals basically.
Okay. Also,
Yeah.
can you help us understand what are the different components or sub verticals inside the overall pharma marketing? For example, in a typical company's marketing team, you'd find the digital marketing team, field marketing, and product marketing, etc. So this is in a typical sense. So how does it work in pharma? What sort of sub verticals you have?
I think mainly for us, we work with brand managers or marketing managers for anything which, whether it is digital or non-digital, because our domain is more towards digital.
Mhm.
We basically provide more of a digital come with medical communication solutions to our clients. So for us, definitely besides the marketing team, we work very closely with the digital department,
Okay.
and it really depends on the kind of output that you're looking at. So if you work on for example events, then you need also to work with uh, other department within the pharmaceutical company. So we have to work with procurement also, because there are certain projects that which is above certain limit, then you need procurement to come in pictures. And I think what else is there? Even the tech side. So there is digital, there is technology also.
Mhm.
So there's a technology department also. So mainly, I think we work closely with the procurement team, the marketing team, the digital, the tech, for even sometimes if we have to develop training solutions, then we work with their training divisions to understand what kind of training they require. So I think these are the couple of main domains that we work with.
And in terms of channels or uh, platforms on which you run campaigns on, can you tell us what are the common platforms that you work on?
So we there are two ways, Priya. So we have the platforms that we built. We have platforms that the client have built that we
Mhm.
have to maintain, or we have to upload materials and stuff like that. So in terms of the platforms that the client use, and then we help to manage those platforms or websites or portals.
Mhm.
We have to go through trainings. We have to go through, some kind of process understanding, the product training and all that. Then only we can help them to maintain the portals and the websites and stuff. And when it comes to our own portals, so then we basically help our clients to develop understanding the requirement. Then we develop the portals. Then we test it. We go through their UAT testing. We go through their own, sometimes the penetration tests and things like that. Whatever protocol they have, we normally have to go through it, and their the tech team or the digital team has to give us the approval, or if we need to integrate any APIs from their end, then they will provide us. So we have to do approvals in advance. If it is just a local projects, it's pretty straightforward. We just have to follow the local authorities. So because some of our clients are internationals or globals or regionals, so each country have different regulatory. Each, the higher the level it goes, the more process or protocol we require to get approval. So it's really not an easy space to work with, even though it's a mobile application, or it's a any kind of videos or modules or things. So it depends on the locality that you're working with.
Okay. Now coming back to our core set of questions, I would like to start with the first question around entrepreneurship. Tell us how it all started. When did you think of becoming an entrepreneur, and how did you start the venture DAP Group?
I I must say that I actually thought of become an entrepreneur at the very young age, Priya, because I think when I was small itself, I like to do or create something on my own, but it becomes stronger when I joined college, and I when I started wanting to earn money by myself, and something that I really want to do. So I think it started from young only, but gives me stronger urge to become an entrepreneur when I'm in my college time.
Okay.
And I think the most important thing is that feeling of wanting to work on my like my own thing, just don't want to
Mm.
work for others. It's there.
Okay. And how it started? What was the first day of entrepreneurship for you like? And who were the initial set of people that you collaborated with to start your venture?
um I must say that when it all started, right, it just feel like a dream, Priya, because um, to be very frank, this is not my core domain,
Mhm.
because I'm not coming from a medical background, and I'm not digitally trained also. But I think one thing that I really believe in is that, you know, I really have that passion to make it happen in that way. And when we really initially started off, I think I must say that me and Vikas, we were working as colleagues in our ex company, and every day during lunchtime we will start discussing on how we want to do this, where we start, what we're gonna do, who we want to take part together in this business and stuff. So it's almost discussed for I think close to 6 months to a year, that
Mhm.
we plan how to begin this journey and all that. So then when we started off in 2012, it is only, I think, two or three people. We have a very, very small group. And since we don't have funding also, so we just use our own savings and some family support and all that. We just started the company first. And as we go along, when we get our first projects and stuff, we started looking at building a team. And we look at people close by, within our network, our contacts. And then we start approaching them to join us to build this business together. And I must say that they have been with us in this journey from the last 8 to 9 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I think we have a very strong core team, and most of them have been with me, or with us, me and Vikas, in this journey from the last at least 7 to 8 years. And this is the beautiful thing that I have always said, that when they see our visions, they feel it, they want to grow it together with us. And that's where we are able to build this business. And it's a self-funded company, so we have never look out for any funds. And it's been running from the last 10 years.
Okay. Speaking of vision, can you tell us what is the vision you have for the business that you are running?
Um, for this business that we are doing right now, right, Pierre, I think um, from what we have seen, um, industry or pharmaceutical companies are still not, even at 30% or 40% of what they're supposed to explore within the digital world. So our vision is really to be able to, work with them or partner with them or support them in any ways to basically help them to fully transform into, you know, digitally savvy. I must say, because how they have not seen how, efficient and effective in terms of their marketing campaign if they can do it, digitally.
Okay. What are the different challenges that you have faced along the way while building and growing this venture?
Um, there's a lot of challenges, Priya. Like you said, first of all, it's a very regulated industry,
Mm.
and for us to be able to start from, conceptualization, strategizing for clients and for their campaigns and stuff, in between we have to go through multiple, rounds of approvals, lots of documentations, lots of, alignment between departments, in order for us to actually close the deal and start the projects. So for
Mhm.
us, any kind of projects which is customized, it normally runs minimum 6 months.
Okay.
Minimum runs 6 months, and that's where, our biggest challenge is basically to to be able to spend enough time and make sure that the projects go smoothly, and we follow all the protocols, the guidelines, so that when it comes to an end, it should not be killed. The project should not be killed because we are not able to, fulfill certain approvals or certain guidelines and stuff. I think that is one of the major challenges that we have.
As an entrepreneur, you are expected to stay energetic all the time, and you have to drive yourself as well as your team. But as a human being, there would be circumstances when you lose your focus or you get simply tired and restless. How do you manage such situations and come out of that um, tiredness or down phase?
Yes, of course, Priya. I think entrepreneurs are also human being, right? So there are a lot of ups and downs, and highs and lows and stuff like that. I think like I mentioned in the beginning, right? When you have passion, when you really, really are passionate about your work, you will always look at the positive side, you know. And there is always a saying that if there is no challenges, there is no big success. If there is no obstacle, there is no, you will not find any solution. So most of the time, I think what drives me is really my passion towards, building this business and stuff. Yeah, and how do I energize besides being passion is, um I must say that um I find that if I'm very upset or if I'm very low, I just have to get out from here for 5-10 minutes. I think that is something that you just need to get, fresh, or you just have to divert your mind,
Mm.
and then you come back and you'll be fresh. And throughout, through experience, that time frame becomes shorter and shorter, shorter and shorter. So in the beginning, you probably need 1 hour to get rid of this whole negative thoughts and stuff like that. Then, through experience, through the number of uh, downs that you have, then you started becoming faster and faster to turn it around. So then probably right now, You just, for example, within second, you just turn it back, and you
Yeah,
know that you don't waste time.
awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of time, can you tell us how do you manage your time on a typical day, or if you can tell us how does your calendar look like for a typical day?
When I started, I think because the team is smaller, so I tend to manage A to Z, meaning to say that I'm the HR, I'm the content writers, I'm the project manager. So that's really tough because I spend most of my time just working and stuff, more than 12 hours a day.
Mm.
As we grow, I think right now most of my seniors are taking care of my day-to-day business operations, productions, and stuff. I have most of my time just look into advising them, the strategy part, the market expansion part of it. um so I think my typical day, it's a lot to do with starting early, because we have overseas clients. We have our clients starting 6 o'clock at India time, which is their 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So starting my days with a cup of coffee, and also all the emails I have to review, go through, reply. And then I normally spend sometimes with my operation managers, just to make sure that um, we attend to most of the issues on daily basis. Yeah. And then speak to my seniors for some time if they require me for any meetings, any presentations, and stuff like that. So I think that's the main part of it. And at the end of the day, I leave 30 minutes for myself, because before sleep, I just want to reflect what has happened today and read some news, and then I'll go and sleep.
Outside of working hours, what is the typical routine? I mean, when do you wake up, or uh,
I have my two daughters. I have my two kids. One is 13 and one is 1 year old. And my most of my time, if I don't spend at work, I actually manage their routine on daily basis and stuff.
okay.
And I think for me, beside work, my kids are very important for me, and they actually follow me for most of my meetings.
Oh,
They've grown with me in this business also. So yeah.
what would you say is the meaning of entrepreneurship for you? How do you define the term entrepreneur?
um how do I define the terms entrepreneur? I strongly believe, okay, being able to create something on your own, it's good. Being able to make it profitable, it's even better. And able to actually create a team of people, or to entrust your something that you create to a team of people, and to make it a sustainable business model, is it's very, very important. Because that's what I felt, that when you create, it's probably the easiest thing to maintain, to sustain. It's not something so easy, because every now and then there is some new things coming. Every now and then there is some competition coming and stuff. Being very competitive in terms of solutions, services, prices. So how you always stay above the line, it's something which I think it makes it creates that difference, the niche. You are always above the others. And last, I must say that one of the reasons that I want to be an entrepreneur is to give back.
Mhm.
Is to give back. I think that is one thing, that when you are able to create, when you are successful, you need to look at how you can give back to the society.
Okay. Probably my final question for you. Uh, as an entrepreneur, every day you face challenges, and out of every challenge, you get a lesson to learn. So, can you tell us some of the top and interesting lessons that you have learned throughout your entrepreneurial journey, which we can take away and apply to our ventures as well as our lives?
Um, I would say that yeah, there's an important part of being in business or being an entrepreneur. Basically, it's you know never be bogged down by failures. Like I said, without failure, there is no success. There is no success. Throughout my 10 years journey, Priya, there's a lot of things that we so many times we make decisions that we felt that we would have done a different way. But I must say that without those lessons, we would have not been wiser, or we would have not been having solutions for all those mistakes that we would have done. Yeah. So for me, I want to say that don't be afraid of trying something new, or doing something out of your understanding or out of your it's always we have to think that if we do this, this is what will happen. If we do that, that is what will happen. But there is always a way to look back and correct it. And uh, and I think that is something that all the entrepreneurs or all individuals should never fear of failure. Without failure, you will never learn. And that's where I tell uh, my staff, my employees, everybody, that they have to dare to dream, and they have to try to achieve it, and always need to have multiple plans: plan A, plan B, plan C. Because in my 10 years of entrepreneurship, it never goes with what I plan first. I always go the other directions, where I have to implement plan B and then implement plan C. And then you'll probably see the results or the outcome that you want to see. So I always tell my seniors or my team that you go ahead and try it. I already have plan B and plan C in case your plan didn't work out. So they always take that decision, they do it. Then I always, back there, I always tell them, I'm here. You do it, no worries. I'm always ready to provide you with solutions and things like that. So I think um, really not being afraid of failure is one of the very important things that all entrepreneurs should have.
Well, it was a pleasure to have you here at ELI. Thank you, Sylvia, and our best wishes for DAP Group of Companies.
Thank you so much, Priya. Thank you.